Welcome to Fireside Chat. My name is Sai. If you're new to my channel, I talk about how I budget, save, and invest money to achieve financial independence. The very first video of my YouTube channel was about calculating your FIRE number. The truth is, there's no one-size-fits-all to calculate your retirement number. That video only showed how much you need investing in the stock market to retire early. What you really need to do is to figure out how much income you need when you retire, and you can estimate your income based on your income sources. Calculating your retirement number is probably one of the hardest things you have to do in life. So what I recommend is at the end of every year, like right now or December, you and your family should have a discussion and gather all of your total spending, savings, and investments for the year to understand your progress towards early retirement or on-time retirement. So in this video, I'm going to talk about how to determine how much income you'll need when you retire, estimate your potential income sources, and calculate how much you'll need from your retirement savings. Make sure you watch until the end of this video, and I will show you the calculator I use to figure out how much I need to save and invest every month to achieve financial independence. And that calculator is also free for you to use, and you can download it in the description below. So first, let's talk about your retirement income, aka the FIRE number. If you're brand new to my channel, FIRE stands for Financial Independence and Retire Early. People on the FIRE journey calculate their retirement number by multiplying 25 by their total annual expenses. So the quick example is, if you spend $50,000 a year and you multiply that by 25, that's $1.25 million. The reason is the 4% rule from the Trinity study states that you can withdraw 4% of your investment every year from the stock market, and theoretically your investment will never run out of money. And I will link their paper in the description below. So the bottom line is, your annual expenses should determine your retirement income. If you think your expenses will be extremely low by the time you retire, then you should consider lean FIRE, which gives you a minimalist lifestyle, and most people on the lean FIRE journey aim to live under $40,000 a year. If you think your expenses will be at least $100,000 a year, then you should consider fat FIRE, which gives you plenty of room to buy things that you want. Most people would need anywhere between $60,000 to $80,000 a year to retire comfortably, but that also depends on where you want to retire. 2021 is coming to an end, so you should go to your spreadsheet and add up all your expenses and break them down into 5 different categories. Let me show you how we break down our budget, and these are just our essential expenses. Category number 1 is housing, and you want to keep these expenses below 20 to 25% of your take-home income. These expenses are things that we absolutely need to keep a roof over our heads. If you're close to retirement, you need to figure out if you plan to pay off your mortgage prior to your retirement. Our current housing expenses are mortgage, property tax, homeowners insurance, and the HOA. If we stop paying for any of these expenses, we could lose our home. Category number 2 is our utilities. These are the expenses you need to keep your house running. Take a look at your bills like electricity, water, gas, sewage, trash, internet, phone, and cable TV. And well, some people might argue with you that cable TV should not be an essential expense, but that is completely up to how you feel about it. Category number 3 is transportation. No matter where you live, you need to get from point A to point B. We break down our transportation budget to gas, maintenance, parking, tolls, public transit, car insurance, and DMV registration. You will also need to add your car payment if you have any, but you shouldn't have one if you're getting ready to retire. You should work on paying off your car now so you don't have that debt over your head when you retire. Category number 4 is your food, and that should just be your groceries. You should not include dining out in this category because that's not considered your essential expenses. You should add up all your groceries for the year and divide them by 12 months so you know your average grocery expenses every single month. Category number 5 is your medical, dental, and other insurances. You should know how much your out-of-pocket costs are for the insurances that you carry, and some prescriptions might require you to pay out of pocket. You should also consider saving extra money towards your HSA because your medical costs could go up as you get older. If you have term life insurance, then you should include it in this category as well. Now let's talk about the income sources you could have by the time you retire. So the total money you need to save towards your retirement could be reduced if you have multiple passive income sources. According to the IRS, most millionaires have 7 income streams, but I'm not really interested in the millionaire status because millionaire on paper doesn't really mean anything. Contrary to what most people think, you don't have to be a millionaire to retire early. By the way, if you need help with your personal finances, you can schedule a free one-on-one 20-minute financial coaching session. You can fill out the introductory form by clicking the link in the description below. If you're in your early 60s, the Social Security retirement benefits will become one of your income sources, and you can start receiving your Social Security retirement benefits as early as age 62. You can generally get more when you turn 67, and some people choose to wait until they're 70 to get the full retirement benefit. This is entirely up to you. Regardless of your age, you can check out your Social Security contributions by creating an account on ssa.gov/myaccount, and the easiest way to create an account is using id.me. In your account, it gives you the estimate on how much you'll get in retirement based on the taxes you have filed so far. If your Social Security retirement is $30,000 or $40,000 a year, then you should add that to your retirement number. But for people on the FIRE journey, they don't add Social Security to their FIRE number because we want to retire early, way before we turn 62. Social Security retirement would be a nice to have income because we don't know what our government will do to it in the future. The second source of income you could receive is your pension if you work in the government sector or in the private sector that participates in the pension fund. If you're in the government sector, let's say you work for the federal government as a civilian employee or a military member, you could significantly reduce the amount of money you need to save for early retirement if you receive your pension way before you turn 60. Keep in mind, I'm not talking about your TSP because that's equivalent to your 401k account. A lot of people get confused on the differences between your pension and your TSP. The third source of income is your real estate properties, and I'm not talking about your primary residence. I am talking about your rental properties with renters in them. Let's do the simple math. If you have 5 rental properties that pay you $10,000 a year in net income, you could count that towards your total retirement income. Let's say you pay off your rental properties in 20 or 30 years. By the time you retire, that net income could go way up. Another source of income you should consider is dividend income from the stocks that you own. This is by far the easiest way to create passive income. Let me give you a quick rundown. If you have $500,000 saved in your taxable brokerage account that pays you 4% in annual dividend yield, you could earn up to $20,000 in dividend income every single year. If you have $1 million, that's $40,000 in dividend income. If you have extra money every month, and I will open up a taxable brokerage account and invest in securities that pay you dividends. I did several videos on the dividend stock investing, so be sure to check them out. Now, let's talk about how much money you need to save for retirement by using my FIRE calculator. I made this super simple calculator for myself, but I can send it to you if you sign up for my email listing link in the description below where it says get your free resources. So first, you'll need to figure out how much money you have saved or invested so far. Take a look at your annual average return and we'll just say 8%. Your current age is 25 and you want to retire by age 50. So you'll have 25 years to achieve financial independence and retire early. Let's say you want your retirement income to be at least $50,000 a year. Your total retirement savings would need to be about $1.875 million in the stock market, and that's assuming you wouldn't have any other income sources. You would need to save at least $17,000 a year or $1,400 a month to achieve FIRE when you turn 50 years old. Let me give you a different example with other income sources. You serve 20 years in the military or in the civilian agency, and you receive $40,000 a year in pension. Let's increase your retirement annual expenses to $75,000. You want to subtract $40,000 from $75,000, and that's $35,000. And you multiply that by 25, and that gives you $875,000. Instead of $1.875 million for the $75,000 passive income, you would just need $875,000 because of your pension. If you want to achieve the fat FIRE, it's more ideal to have several income sources to make at least $100,000 a year when you retire early. Let's say you're 35 years old and you already have $200,000 saved and invested with 8% annual average return. Your FIRE number is $100,000 a year or $2.5 million. And I'm going to add $30,000 a year in pension from the government or whoever else. And I'm going to add another $10,000 a year from the real estate income. I would need $1.5 million invested to have $60,000 a year in passive income with the 4% withdrawal rule. So thank you so much for watching my video, and let me know in the comment section down below what your thoughts are on calculating your retirement number. If you need help with your personal finances, you can contact me by filling out the introductory form, link in the description below. Also, don't forget to check out these 2 fire videos and my Instagram page. I will post a new fire video every Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m. I hope to see you in the next video. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more fire videos.